Unlike the army, the Luftwaffe had had the foresight to lay in supplies in the event of a winter campaign. But for those conducting air operations in temperatures as low as 40 below and amid driving blizzards, they were faced with challenges never experienced before. JG-54 Grunherz was based on the airfields of Siverskaya and Gatshima and flew operations over Leningrad employing Bf-109Fs. One of the premier pilots of the Geschwader was Hans Philipp, who served with the first Gruppe. Mobile heaters were necessary to pipe warm air onto the engines of the 109s to ensure that they didn't seize up in the bitter cold. Philipp, better known as Phipps, prepares to fly his 109 off on a mission. Prominent on the side of his fuselage is the green heart and the shield with the Nuremberg coat of arms denoting the first Gruppe. It became common practice among 109 units serving in the east to remove the undercarriage covers in the autumn and winter to prevent build-up by mud and snow. These 109s of 1 JG-54 have been scrambled to intercept an incoming Soviet raid.
Dort ein Sowjetjäger.
As the combat is viewed from the ground, Philipp's gun camera captures his destruction of a Yak-1 fighter, an example of the new generation of Soviet types appearing in increasing numbers over the Eastern Front, and a portent of the vast number of more effective aircraft soon to make their appearance in the ranks of the Soviet Air Force. Whether shot down by Soviet fighters or by the hail of ground fire thrown up by Russian troops whenever German planes flew overhead, Luftwaffe pilots would be desperate to bring their aircraft down behind their own lines. In a war in which little quarter was given, falling into Russian hands was a prospect few Jagdflieger were prepared to contemplate. Indeed, some German pilots are known to have chosen suicide rather than be captured. However, once they had crash-landed behind their own lines, every effort was made to recover the damaged fighter, as is seen here. Luftwaffe ground crew have secured the assistance of an Army 8-ton half-track to recover this downed 109F belonging to JG-54. Against a backdrop of very high Luftwaffe losses since the onset of the Russian campaign, every attempt was made to recover downed fighters, repair them, and put them back into service. In this case, the damage to this 109 does not appear to be excessive. Removal of the propeller boss has enabled a steel towing cable to be wrapped around the prop, and the aircraft is then dragged across the field back onto the road. From here it'll be returned to the airfield for rebuilding. Newsreel cameramen were often on hand to cover awards to servicemen at the Führer's headquarters in the Wolfschanz at Rastenburg in East Prussia. On this occasion, 3 Luftwaffe fighter pilots are receiving their Knight's Crosses, the Ritterkreuz.
Hauptmann Philipp 94 Abschüsse. Hauptmann Ubben 70 Abschüsse und Oberleutnant Ostermann 81 Abschüsse wurden beide mit dem Eichenlaub zum Ritterkreuz ausgezeichnet.
One of these is Hauptmann Philipp, who's been awarded the Eichenlaub, the oak leaves, to his Knight's Cross for his victories in the air over Russia. Philipp would go on to become the second Luftwaffe pilot to score over 200 kills. His final tally would be 206 before dying in combat with US Thunderbolts in October 1943. After the presentation, the 3 take coffee and cake with the visiting Reichsführer SS Heinrich Himmler.